F to it. One prompt Street Fighter. Let's go. Today we push the boundaries of what is possible with no-code AI. We take on Street Fighter, one of the OG classic games that was originally set up on NES. And today we're going to recreate this game as much as we can in this 30-minute challenge. Someone challenged me and said you can't build a game in 30 minutes. And today we're going to prove them wrong. We're going to use Softgen, which is a no-code AI tool, which can build a full stack app or game or whatever we need. And we're also going to use Grok for our prompting. So first things first, let's just jump right in. Softgen.ai. We're going to do a front end. We can also do a full stack, but today, right now, the whole point is to get the game mechanics down. We'll worry about all the back end. So we're going to call this Fighter 1. If you guys want to check out Softgen, there's a link below, and they have an amazing deal for you guys. So here we go. So we're going to go, first thing is we're going to open up Softgen. I like to go to night mode, switch that over, and we need to get a good prompt for our game. So of course, we're going to go to Grok, and we're going to say, we are creating a Street Fighter clone, period. I'm going to be using a no-code AI tool called Softgen. I want to create the ultimate prompt to give to Softgen to make the best Street Fighter clone you can, period. 1 dash, I want you to include all of the components of the game that is included in the image. 2 dash, I want the game mechanics. I also want the background and all characters to use the old NES 8-bit style graphics, period. I think that's going to give us a really good prompt, so let me stop that. And then next what we're going to do is I've already saved an image, so I'm just going to go in and attach an image that I included, which was of this right here. So we got our little characters, we got our background, so let's put that in there, and let's hit go. So we'll see what Grok can do here. And then while we do that, we're going to set up our project here in Softgen. So while we wait for this prompt from Grok, my name is Marcin AI. If you guys haven't checked out this channel, I create all kinds of different AI no-code products, games, SaaS, we do scrapers, everything you can name. I love doing these little challenges for you. The whole point is to get you to start thinking like an engineer, being a no-code developer, and actually building stuff. The powerful thing these days is all these tools are out here for you to use. All you have to do is want it. You just have to go in and you have to start tinkering with these tools. And Softgen is a perfect example because they make it so freaking easy to build full stack apps. And if you guys haven't seen my other videos, I go in with Softgen and build out full backend, front end, integrations, storage, everything in between. And that's why I'm excited to do this, because somebody challenged me, you can't build a game with Softgen. So today we're going to prove them wrong. And of course, if you guys want to check it out, hit the link below, buy me a cup of coffee, and I'm really, really grateful. And I'm excited to see what happens. We'll see how long Grok takes to think about this prompt. But this prompt is going to be very important. So then for Softgen, oh, here we go. We already got an answer. So 1 minute and 14 seconds. So based on your request, creating a Street Fighter clone, I crafted a detailed prompt for NES. So approach, comprehensive from the image. So here's the prompt. So we're going to copy this. And so it looks like there's a lot of stuff. There's gaming mechanics, everything. Graphic specifications. So perfect. So then we're going to go into Softgen. We're going to paste that prompt in here. We're going to then include the same image right there. And on Softgen, it asks you if you want to just add the image as a message or if you actually want to include the image in your project. So for us, we're just adding this as a message. And then all we're going to do is we're going to hit go. So now Softgen is going to start dissecting all of this information, and the agent is going to get to work. This is it. As far as Softgen goes, we pretty much given the prompt, and then it's just going to go and start building this, as you can see here. So it's going to build. Let's see what it's going to do. I'll give it a quick thing. So it's going to do the main game component and canvas rendering. It's going to build the character sprites and animations, basic game state management, and then UI components for health bars and timers. So it obviously took the prompt into effect, and it took the image into consideration to create our best structure for this product. The most powerful thing with these tools now is you don't have to think about any of this stuff. You just basically give it the prompt, and then it's going to structure your product accordingly. And that's very, very important with these builds. We got a little error, so let's check this out. All we got to do in Softgen is go in and copy it, paste the error, and just like that, it's going to fix it. And then we should have our game coming up. If you've never watched no-code AI tools build, it's pretty insane because there really isn't any place where you can get stuck. Anytime there's an error or anything you got to fix, you just literally give it back and paste it into the chat, and it's going to fix it. That's it. It's literally that simple. Look at this. One prompt Street Fighter. Let's go. Oh, there's no way. What? There's controls. Player 1. WASD to move. F to attack. G to block. Oh my god. Get out of here. F to attack. And G to block. Oh, this is too good. And then player 2 is the arrow keys. No way. What? Are you seeing this? This is insane. This is a one prompt Street Fighter inspired game, obviously. I don't think Nintendo's gonna come after me because I think my graphics are a little too high-tech for them. But this is insane. One prompt using Grok 3 and then Softgen to do all the code, and this is what we get. So you could obviously imagine where this is gonna go. So we're gonna make a game plan here. Let me see if I can attack, actually. Hold on. So let me see if I can actually hurt this. Hold on, here we go. Oh, this is too freaking fun. So next is to build out a sprite then and make these characters a little better. So next, I want you to design a way more detailed sprite for the character. Here is the prompt. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into Grok, and remember that prompt I made right here, which is give me the prompt for the original. Now we're gonna say, I now want you to create a prompt for a character sprite, period. Give it as much detail as you can to recreate this image. And of course, I have a sprite. So here's one. And then we're going to go to deep think. And now we're going to get a prompt for the character itself as an inspiration to then put in there and give it a little more detail. This is insane. Here's our prompt. So below is the detailed prompt. So this is the character sprite. So we're going to take this. I'm not even going to read it because there's no point for me to read it. It makes no difference. But you could imagine it's going to take everything into place. Hair, the headband, the face, the skin, the tone, color palette, all of that stuff. So again, at first, we just want to get it to look semi-decent, and then obviously we're going to make it our own characters. We could do animals in the end. We can do whatever we want. So now we're going to go back in here, and then here's our prompt to Softgen. And then we're going to say one last thing, though. This is very important. Here's the prompt. Do not change any about the rest of the game. Just focus on the character, period. Bang. Let's see what we get. I'm still blown away by this. This is crazy. So here we go. We got our second sprites, but you can see, look at the movement though. It is taking in the movement though. So crazy. So I have a feeling all it is a matter of giving it, but we do have everything broken down into individual pieces. You can see the two arms, the head, perfect. So now let's give it some more detail to make it better. This looks great, but I want the character to have way more detail, period. Use this image pixel perfect as your reference. Let's see what it does. So I just wanted to give it a little more detail to show you guys how much more you can do with just basic prompting. And obviously you see what we can do here in such a short amount of time. I don't even know how many minutes it's been, but it hasn't been long. We have, with full game mechanics, movement with 2 players. We have ability to move the individual pieces, the arms, the legs, the head. And now we're just going to continue evolving this. And imagine what we could do in 30 minutes, 3 hours, 30 hours. You go on and go on. As you can see, it's going to continue breaking down into headband shadow, the tail, and so on. And you're able to go in and just add more detail. And then we're going to do the background. And you could actually build out a full functioning game here in extremely fast time. This is wild. We are literally living in the freaking game simulation, but this is really, really fun. Hope you guys are enjoying this, and definitely check out Softgen for yourself. It's been amazing to build with these tools. There is no freaking way. Let me see. Come on. Let's get it. So we got the sprite. Wow, look at this. We got a little character out of nothing. So obviously we can continue. I could spend another day creating these characters, but the best thing about this is now what you would do is you would just come in and actually go to an AI sprite generator, like this one, for example, and actually build out your character, right? This is how sprites work. And you would basically build out in all the different forms. So it would look something along the lines of, this is actually how it's done in video games. So you would see here, you would have all of the different moves. You could actually just download these. Let me see if I could zoom in here really quick for you guys. So check it out. See all the different moves? And this is how video games are actually made, where you have all the different positions of the sprites, and then all you would do is create those, and then we would go in here and then we would actually upload these sprites and say use these sprites for the game mechanics. And that's literally the next step. But as you can see here, in such a short amount of time, so we have multiplayer game. They both have movements, they have attack and block, and it actually is a fully functioning game. And it can only get better from here. So Softgen, this is absolutely nuts. You guys are rad. And this new update that you guys just pushed is definitely pushing the boundaries of what can be done. Remember, this is one prompt and a few little errors, and then a separate prompt for the characters. And we would do the same for the background and continue building this out. But the fact that we were able to do that using Softgen so easily is really, really a tribute to what they've created. So now since we have the character, I want to give him a special move. So like a Yukin, but we're going to do our own, which is going to be a flying fireball. So here it is. Let's give this a prompt. I want you now to add a special move when I hit F, period. It's going to be a fireball flying from one side to the next and striking the opponent, period. Make it glow red and it is triggered when I hit the F button to attack. All right, let's give it one special move to show you what we could actually do with one prompt. For example, a special effect. Time for some fireballs. All right, let's see what we got here. So we got our movement. Oh, we got our fireball. Let's go. Oh, dang, look at that movement. These guys are flying. So there's our fireball. You could see, obviously, the power of this. Obviously, it's going to take more than just one word. Whatever you want to create, you're able to do it, and it's able to code it in using Softgen. And that's the most powerful thing that I want to show you, is what you can do in such a short amount of time. Round 2 for fireball. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Look at that. That's pretty dope. All right, cool. So I think you get the point. Oh, we actually got some animation on that. That's very cool. And we can continue doing this more and more. Look at the movement. The guy's flying, jumping. This is pretty sweet. And obviously we got player 2. So insane that you can do this so quickly. And in order to set up the backend, super easy in Softgen. They give you a step-by-step tutorial. You just click up here, hit Firebase. It walks you through the 5 steps in order to do this. There's a little video. You could see you add the Firebase project. You set up your SDK on Firebase right here. It's really easy. And then you just create this app. So we're going to call this Fighter 1. Register the app. You give Softgen all of the credentials, the SDK, which is here. You go back in and you paste that in right there. And it allows you to connect everything. And you have the 4 steps right here. So you have your email password authentication, your database in locked mode, and you initialize your default step. It takes about 5 minutes to set up. I won't bore you with it now, but literally you just click through it. It takes a few seconds. And after this, you'll have a full working backend that just is fully integrated. So whatever you do in the game or project you're building, it's going to automatically save it. So once you connect your Firebase, then you just say, now let's create a login authentication. It's just going to do it. And it's all just going to work. You're not going to have to go into Firebase to do anything because it's all going to work together. So it is truly amazing. They've literally solved every issue that all of these no-code tools have. And it's all in one with Softgen. So I really, really like it. They made it really easy, super simple to set up and understand, and have removed all the difficulties of, I have to build out a backend. None of this stuff works. How do I do authentication? It's all there. 5 steps. Easy to set up, and once it's in the project, then you're done. Then you just continue building. You don't have to worry about any of the nerdy stuff. So as you hear, the sky is the limit, and then in order to deploy this, it's super easy. You just hit publish. We're going to name our project, and it uses Vercel to do your deployment. It's one click. We can either use our own account, or we can just use the actual one on Softgen, which is amazing. So if you use your own, it's really simple. You just go to Vercel accounts tokens, create a token, paste it in here, and you're done. But for this, I'm just going to hit deployment. And we're going to use the Softgen deployment on Vercel. It's going to create the CLI, the logins, link the project, and then it's going to deploy it. So we have a link to send all of your friends, which I'm going to do right now. Let's just wait for this to finish. It really is crazy to think how much you're able to do in just less than 30 minutes. I don't know the exact length of this video, but you get the point here. I'm not trying to create a full game to show you. The point is to create something to get your brain thinking, holy smokes, this only took 30 minutes to do. Imagine what I could do in 30 hours, right? Imagine what you can do in a month. Games take years to build. So imagine you went and built every single component, every single movement, get your sprites together, get the sound going. You can add sound to this. Right now, this is the foundation to show you the power of no-code AI using a tool like Softgen, being able to prompt correctly and being able to build this piece by piece. I could literally spend hours doing this. I'm going to continue working on this game and probably do a follow-up video for this where I actually build out my own characters. The Street Fighter is inspiration, is to see the mechanics of it and things like that. Plus, it's something that you guys will clearly understand. But I can go on and create my own characters, my own movement, do the Ayukens, but my own versions of it and so on. So it was super fun to make. I'm really glad you guys checked it out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.